Pharrell says something really powerful. These ideas essentially don't really belong to us. They come from the divine. They come from the universe, and we are just a vessel for that energy to flow. I mean, everything is sound, everything is light. So if we can find these frequencies and we're able to channel them into a space that people understand and it connects with people, it moves them, then our job is done.
Hello and welcome to my podcast. I'm Tanya Corless, and it's still episode from Algarve. I would like to introduce Algarve ladies, Algarve entrepreneur ladies who knows what they want and knows how to get it. And today my guest, beautiful, talented lady, Raquelle Gracie O'Brien. Hi, Raquelle.
Hey.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks
you
for having me.
I'm so delighted.
Oh, me too.
Anyway, when I met you, I didn't know that you're such a famous lady in Algarve.
I don't know about that.
But you are. Eventually, was I recognize. So I knew that you participate as a singer on the XFactor. So when has happened, what year, and how has happened?
It feels like another chapter of my life, to be honest. It was a long time ago. I was young. I was 20. And I had been writing and singing for a long time as a teenager all the way through, and had been in a various few deals before then. And so XFactor for me was just such a crazy experience, because it was a lot for a young girl. You know, you're thrown into a crazy situation. You suddenly become very recognized.
Wow.
Overnight, people suddenly know who you are, and you are suddenly being kind of followed, and you have to be very careful. You're thrown to the wolves a little bit. You're not really given much training on how to deal with that. But I guess that's the industry, and that's a great experience for a young person trying to get into the industry. The experience was incredible, because I learned so much about professionalism. I learned so much about how much rehearsal you have to do. I met some incredible people. I had a great mentor. And to be honest with you, that really kickstarted my career to go to the next level.
Who inspired you to go there? It was your parents or somebody else?
I'd had a tricky management deal in my late teens, and it was quite challenging to kind of figure out who I was, who I wanted to work with, and how the industry works. And so for me, going to XFactor, it just felt like, why not? It's this opportunity that's presented to us. We're blessed to have the ability to just go and turn up. So yeah, it was a next step, a natural next step for me. But I'd had a lot of inspiration before. My mom was a singer. My dad was a singer-songwriter. My grandparents were in a jazz band. So it was always something that I knew I wanted to do.
And how did you deal with all this new celebrity status in your 20s? It was hard, or it was okay?
Well, it's kind of this weird, two kind of opposing feelings of this excitement and like, wow, this is everything I've ever wanted. And then also not knowing how to deal with the trolling. I think I was almost lucky, because seeing the amount of trolling that goes on, and it's a very different way now, and can be very hard because artists are so directly accessible through social. Whereas for me, I remember going on to an internet cafe, and I put a hat on and a scarf and sunglasses, and I wanted to look up, what people were saying about me. Because in those days, we didn't really have Wi-Fi.
Yes,
I don't remember. 2007, do we even have Wi-Fi? We must have, but in the XFactor house where we were living, we had no access to Wi-Fi. So I went to this internet cafe and I typed in my name, and the first thing that came up was the Raquelle Gracie official hate site. So I was, 20 years old, and you're reading all these horrific kind of comments about yourself. It was kind of that moment where I went, okay, this is go hard or go home. You either can deal with this and move on and go forward and use it for inspiration.
Does it break your security? Does it break your confidence? Does it break anything for you at that moment, even a little bit, or it just
massively
Massively,
really did impact. But that also makes you stronger. It made me start, it made me start overthinking.
Yeah.
And then it made me think, am I even cut out for this industry? Because I think you find that a lot of creatives are quite sensitive to to what people think.
Okay.
And it makes you go, okay, I've just got to keep doing me, because there are people who love what we're doing.
Absolutely,
there are people who get it and want to see us win. And you've got to focus on those people. It's so easy to focus on the negative ones. So it's really important to really, okay, there's a time and a space for that, and then let it go and just keep doing you. Also, if people are talking about you, then you're doing something right.
And if you'll give any advice to new generation who is participate in XFactor or such like programs, what's your advice would be?
Use the platform. Use the platform for everything it's worth. Squeeze all the juice out of it. Everybody that you get to have exposure to, capitalize on it. Grow your audience. Have songs out there that they can stream. Have live Q&As. Build your following. Even, there's so many amazing things that are open to artists now. There's never been a better time to be an artist.
I know that, yes.
Yeah, so I would just say, take it all. Go.
Don't allow anybody jump in front of you and be the first. You have to be the first, right?
Yeah, and believe in yourself enough to really put yourself out there.
Oh my God, sometimes it's hard nowadays, especially because social media sometimes send lots of information that for new generation hard to digest, as it's a very interactive information, in my opinion. Personally, I have sometimes hard to understand which one platform will tell the truth, where I have to follow, and who will be maybe their person I have to follow at the moment, because they just talk nicely. So at different things. If you talk about you as a songwriter, how many songs did you write, and do you use the song for yourself or you're selling for somebody else?
So I started off as an artist,
okay,
writing songs for only myself. I didn't even really realize that there were people out there who wrote songs. But then when I went to LA actually, and I took a few of my songs over there, obviously, because I was, going over as an artist. And that was when I started getting in the studio with some big producers who are like, this song isn't right for your artistry, but we can place it. Or, this is a great song for somebody else who's looking for music. And then that's how I kind of started going into songwriting. And I was working with Randy Jackson, actually, that I got my first big placement on Kimberly Locke, who was also American Idol.
Yes, at the time, yeah.
So she ended up with a number 3 on the billboards. And then I, got a publisher, and then I was working with different producers, writers. I think the hardest thing was, it's a blessing to have lots of sessions and to have lots of opportunities to collaborate and work with different people. But I found myself in LA, I kind of burnt out a little bit. I was doing sessions morning, noon, and night.
Oh my God, so tough.
It was tough but brilliant. So it's a great
because you're 20 years old, you're full of energy.
Yeah. So by this time I'm about 22, 23, and I was just trying to take every opportunity that I could. But what I realized is I kind of lost my truth because I was writing so much for other people. I was not saying the things that I needed to say as an artist, and I wasn't really fulfilling my dreams and my expression of self. I was writing in the mind of somebody else. So I wasn't actually being able to process the feelings and emotions that I was going through. I actually found myself in a bit of a whirlwind because I let my artistry go, and I got dropped from my label, and then I just my world kind of came tumbling down a little bit. Then coupled with a personal tragedy when we'd lost my stepdad and he'd left behind 2 little boys with my brothers, and I felt very lost, and I came home and I took some time to regroup.
Oh,
yeah. So it was it's an amazing journey, because I'm so grateful for every part of it. Obviously, not our tragedies, but for who that's made us as a family. We're very, very close.
That is true. But if you talk about the promotion, who promoted you at that time? Did you have any promoter?
Yeah, so I had a manager who was actually amazing, and we're still in touch now. He's the one who got me the deal with Babyface. We did a lot together. I used to work with a lot of his writers as well. He's huge now. Ray Daniels, he's a great guy. And yeah, we did it. We had a lot of fun together. I also had a great manager when I was in the girl band called John Giddings and Caroline Giddings. They run Solo Agency in London. And I feel like I've been lucky with my managers. They've always had my back. They've always kind of looked after me. And now I have a great manager called Trish.
I'm delighted to hear that, because it's very hard to find people who can trust and you work along with together in a nice environment and we have a bond to know.
You can't just let anyone
manage
exactly. Because when you're being managed, you're almost in this very close relationship. You know, it's a business relationship, but it also needs to be a personal connection and a friendship.
That is true.
Yeah, having that tribe around you of people who really ground you and really believe in you is so important.
It's important. Yeah. Would you remember the song that you sang on the XFactor? Can you demonstrate?
The song that I sang on XFactor? Well, like, do you mean for the audition?
For audition, yes, for audition. Yes, sorry.
Oh my gosh, well, I think I sang, rescue me, or take me in your arms, rescue me. I need your tender charms 'cause I'm lonely and I'm blue. I need you and your love to come on and rescue me. It was something like that.
Bravo. Oh my goodness, Raquelle. It's amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Honestly, from nowhere like that. Oh my gosh. Cool.
I wasn't expecting to sing it. I didn't do my work.
Oh my goodness, I love it. You talk about influencing. Who influenced you to pick the music? It was your own choice, or you probably follow some big, at the time, big artists? Do you have any examples?
Oh, so many. I think
give me 3 main ones who just you might about.
Well, I would say that the old school greats, the jazz greats, the Ella Fitzgeralds and the Sarah Vaughans and the Billie Holidays. Yeah. That was so it was so ingrained in who I was because of my grandparents. Because at Christmas, and we still do it now, Christmas concerts, it's all about getting up and performing, and usually it's jazz. And my mum used to sing me a lot of jazz, and so she's got a great voice. So yeah, the jazz side of me was super influenced by that. But then there's the Lauryn Hill and the hip hop side. I'm just obsessed with that 90s, noughties hip hop sound. Alicia Keys was also a major inspiration for me because I play piano and sing, and she was the one. I remember seeing that album come out, and I was like, I need to know Falling. I need to know If I Ain't Got You. I need to know all these songs. I need to know everything about her. You know, so yeah, I'd say those 3 are. Yeah.
Amazing. Oh my God, Raquelle. Where you get your own inspiration when you try to, you writing the songs? So where come from all these ideas?
Well, actually, Pharrell says something really powerful. These ideas essentially don't really belong to us. They come from the divine. They come from the universe. And we are just a vessel for that energy to flow. I mean, everything is sound, everything is light. So if we can find these frequencies and we're able to channel them into a space that people understand and it connects with people, it moves them, then our job is done.
Okay.
You know? So that's honestly, I sit at the piano. Usually that's how I write. And I feel into my fingers and what's moving me. I might have lyrics that I had already written before I go to sleep or something. I sometimes just throw them out, or sometimes they just come. I wrote a song called Brother, which I wrote after my cousin passed away last year. And I believe I didn't write that song. I believe he was right here with me and just channeled his energy into something.
Oh my gosh.
It was powerful. And it was a song that resonated so much with our friends and family. Yeah, I really believe everything happens creatively from the divine.
Okay. If they talk about the message, what message type or maybe messages or maybe idea you try to deliver through your songs?
I like to inspire, uplift, and send out light and positivity in the world. So for me, when I write music, I'm only ever trying to share my feeling with somebody else. And if I ripple that feeling enough and it connects with people, then I'm happy. I'm truly happy, whether it's to millions of people or one person. To know that I've moved and connected with someone is why I sing and
people will able to feel this vibe, I'm telling you. That is true.
I hope so.
If you talk about the songwriting process, can you give a few steps that try to demonstrate and explain how it's happened?
Okay, so everybody writes differently. And I think
your unique style.
So because I'm an instrumentalist, like if I play piano or guitar and I usually pick up an idea almost straight away. And people, there are moments when I have blocks. When I lost my own father, I don't think I wrote a song for about a year.
Wow.
Because I couldn't. The grief was just too much. I would go in to write something and I just would cry or just feel angry and just not want to touch it. And I actually think that now I can channel all those emotions that I've had throughout my life. This is the thing, I'm 37, as a 37-year-old woman, I can draw on so much. And the one thing that I have learned is that the world needs more positivity and knowing that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
So for me, when I do write, I want it to do that for people and for myself. I'm doing what I need.
Absolutely.
Because I hope that other people
make yourself happy first of all.
And then that will translate and transcend, I believe. But yeah, it's usually, I might get an idea. You can get the craziest ideas from anything, it's I wrote this song recently called "What is a Tree Without Branches and Roots, but who am I without you?"
Yeah.
It's like it's just using everyday things and putting them into a language that translates into connection.
Do you have a special pad where you keep the notes for songs? Or
I actually find it really easy to keep everything in my phone. So I actually usually write, I used to handwrite everything. And then when you want to go back and change a lyric
it's different.
Just change rhythm or just add a few things in, just makes it so easy to just throw it into your notes.
Okay, gotcha.
What I have realized though is I get easily distracted. I think like most creatives, I'm kind of like, somebody sent me a message. It's really important that I turn it on to do not disturb. I have space and peace. Also, I have two little kids, right?
Yeah.
So, I need
it's hard to jungle, isn't it?
But that's what your podcast is all about, right? Women juggling, finding their power.
That's true. That is true.
And we do hold a lot. And we do hold a lot of space for a lot of people. And we're all running our businesses and we're out there. And it's a beautiful thing to see women supporting women. And I do love what we're doing.
Powerful. I love this word, powerful. Doesn't matter what we're doing, we are so powerful.
Yeah.
If you talk about collaboration in your industry where you are as a singer, as a songwriter, and plus you have studio here. So when you collaborate, what impact for both sides will getting? Give example.
Collaboration in music is it's everything actually. It's everything because from the moment that you've got a song, you then, some songs call just for vocals and keys, right? But even within that, there's scope for, I have a keys player who I work with, Johnny, who's he's not just a keys player, he's my collaborator and partner and not a music partner. So I'll send him the keys often and he'll build on my keys and take it to another level. But then you obviously need mixing. So then it's gone to Lofty. He'll make it sound amazing. And then it needs mastering. And so there's already a team and a tribe in place here. That's also collaboration, but it may not be that any of the song got changed. However, what I often do and I love doing is collaborating with producers, artists, rappers, writers, and you create something so magical together. My other collaborator, James the Artist, who I've done quite a lot of my songs with, we have a production house called Kaleidosonics, where we run everything through Kaleidosonics. So any guitar parts, Matavi plays, any piano parts, Johnny plays, any sax parts, Jam plays, and he always raps in it. He's the main producer for the beats. And so we have this mega tribe, mega team. So collaboration is everything. Find your team, find the people you like working with, find the people that bring out the best in you and that truly believe in you.
That's important. It's so inspiring. Exciting. So what you're talking about, it's amazing.
Yeah.
If you'll have a chance to pick, you'd like to collaborate to somebody, a singer, any artist, live or dead, who it would be and what projects you will go with?
So there's an incredible artist that I have followed for maybe a decade and loved his growth and his power in his writing. He's all about conscious music as well and expressing himself truly authentically.
Yeah.
His name's Nakoba and he is a special soul. His music is transcendent. I went to a few of his gigs it was just a few months ago. It feels like ages ago. But he did a whole acoustic set where he plays the piano and guitar just that's it. It's just him on stage. I was so moved and inspired. I was also so connected to the energy in the room because we've known these songs for 10 years and he's just presented them in this naked, vulnerable way. It was an incredible experience. He is someone I look forward to potentially collaborating with, and he honestly is my dream collaborator because I really feel that we are connected in a way that we want to say the same thing.
Fantastic.
So I look forward to that, and I hope that
what type
happens.
of projects it could be if you go collaborate together? It would be some new platform. Maybe it would be concerts. Maybe just a song.
Maybe both.
Maybe both.
Yeah, I'd love it all. I mean, I'd love to support him on tour. I'd love to collaborate with him on a song. I'd love to write with him. I'd love to journey with him. Yeah, he's someone that I really, really aspire to kind of be as authentic.
Would you call him like a mentor?
I'd call him an artist. He's a through and through artist.
Okay. And also you running the business.
Yes.
Kids, family, business. Oh my gosh. Sometimes it's impossible. Some for somebody.
It's a lot.
But it's only for somebody who doesn't want to do anything. For people who know what they want, they're passionate about what they're doing, it's possible. And to be honest, I'm the person like myself, to be honest, if you're saying no, it doesn't mean it's impossible. It means find other way how to approach.
I'm with you. Problem solve all the way.
Yes. Anyway, based on that, you have we call studio, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? It's called SoundBunker.
SoundBunker. Yeah, which is how we are.
Lovely studio, by the way. Thank you very much. And I'm so appreciated to be here. It's an absolutely welcoming environment and looking after, I'm in a good hand. I'm telling you guys, I'm delighted to be here. That is true. Thank you. If you talk about the studio, what's the studio doing? How to help people? And who inspire you to open the studio? Where did it come from, idea?
Well, I mean, truly, my partner, Steve, also known as Lofty, he
I
was
only
the one...
verified this today because I'm confused about the name.
I mean, Steve, should we say the professional name?
Steve.
Steve set this all up. He had a studio already in the UK that was doing brilliantly, working with a lot of cool rappers and producers, and he was mixing as well for a lot of people and producing for rappers. Then when he moved over here, he set the same thing up here. And I remember coming to see him because I already was thinking about mentoring and developing artists, because when you've experienced the pitfalls and the trenches of the music industry, it can be a really scary place for a young person, especially a young woman, to be.
Now this especially,
Yeah, there's a lot of darkness in the industry.
Coldest darkness, yes.
But what I wanted to be able to provide to young artists who are navigating to a safe space, a way to not only write, collaborate, promote yourself, but to also like find yourself as an artist, to not let anybody whisper in your ear who you're supposed to be, but to inquire within.
Mm-hmm.
And so I already knew that was something that I wanted to do. And then when I met Lofty, it just felt like a no-brainer that we were going to work together and develop these artists. And then from there, it's kind of grown. There was a next door lot available, which is this unit. And that's become a photography studio because we needed somewhere to shoot the artists, and myself as well, because obviously I'm an artist with SoundBunker. So then, of course, Ju, who is our incredible videographer and photographer, came into the picture. And suddenly, before you know it, we've got this killer team with great energy, a similar vision, and also kind people.
That is true.
So yeah, I love what I do. I come to SoundBunker every day, and we're either in the studio or in the content hub, or I'm with my manager Trish. And, we've got a great thing going on. But you're right, it can be a lot to juggle. But that's why you have a great team with you and doing
who supports you. And it's possible to make everything.
And also,
happen.
I have an amazing husband who
supports you as well.
He's wonderful. Yeah.
Fantastic, because if you didn't have support from your manager or team, and then the husband doesn't turn away and says, "Oh my God, what are you doing? I'm not in this boat."
Yeah,
that is tougher.
Yeah, that
but
would
still
be
possible.
Yeah, absolutely, still possible.
Still possible.
I think he recognizes my journey because we've known each other since I was 19.
It's a sweetheart.
So he's been with me the whole time. We've seen every phase. He's seen the fringe. He's seen no fringe. He's seen me.
You're growing together.
Yeah, we've grown together. And yes, it's not all been roses. That's life. You
absolutely,
yes, move through different spaces. But the whole, I'm just, very blessed with my family. And I think that's my priority always, first and foremost. But what's adorable is I've got an 11-year-old daughter who is so into songwriting and singing.
Oh, wow.
Although I think
stars coming
she's
soon.
And it's amazing because I can help her to bring that out of her. I never force her or, she comes to me. I'm really, yeah, exactly. And it's just wonderful. Although I have to say Taylor Swift trumps me by a mile as her favorite artist. which is, but I do love Taylor Swift as well. I'm a mum Swiftie.
It's so good. If you talk about the talents that you already have here in the studio and working with, can you call their names and what future you can see for them?
Oh, the people we're working with.
Yes.
So we have an artist that we've had for the last 9 months now, Yashim Isabel Beer, who has grown so much, not just as an artist, but as a songwriter, as a young woman. She's so confident. I feel she's empowered. This journey that we've been on has been a brilliant one. Also, she was our first artist that we were working on.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's also encouraged us to grow, and we know how to support artists now. And we've been working with another lady called Patricia. She's from G-Clef. They're a duo. I've been working with her since end of June. She in the time that she's been working with us, she has transformed her life. She no longer bartends or anything. She's a musician full time, and this is her craft. And she's absolutely brilliant. And she actually just came into Tiny Gym, which is something that we do as well. It's a bit like a Tiny Desk concert, but Tiny Gym is a very stripped down with a band, organic version of songs and covers that we give as a platform to artists that we really believe in.
Well done.
So,
this amazing job that you're doing. Because there's so many people who will able to participate that and put the time and effort, new people to help them to develop and get their path in life. Yeah. And that direction is actually, entertainment is very hard field to be nowadays. It's very competitive and you need to be on the ball all the time.
That is true. With the phones, you bring your office home.
Yes.
It does need to, it's almost like accessibility into your life.
Yes.
However, I would also say it's the best time to be in entertainment, because if you are driven and you really love what you do, then you've got all these platforms available to you.
Absolutely.
You can reach your fans independently. Yes. You have full creative control over your project. There has never been a time like that in my whole career. I mean, we didn't have Instagram or Twitter when I was on XFactor. Yeah. How crazy it feels, like dinosaur ages. I remember everybody added me on Facebook, like the whole of the UK added me on Facebook. And I was kind of like, oh my gosh, what do I do? The Facebook was a private profile. And so I remember changing it into an artist profile, and then suddenly that's when all the other platforms came out. But I couldn't directly reach people. I couldn't directly interact with them. Yeah. So that's why I would say take advantage of the fact that you have a platform now that you can grow your Patreon. What a gift to artists is Patreon, because your fans are out there. No matter who you are or what you're doing, there are people who will enjoy what you give, what light you bring. So don't be afraid to start that investment in yourself. Believe in yourself, hone your craft. Practice every day, and you've got a whole world accessible to you.
Oh my gosh, people have to believe in that. Very inspiring story, to be honest. And this is what you need to follow if you like to be somebody. It doesn't matter what field you will pick for yourself. And if you talk about yourself again, you are originally not from Algarve.
No.
You came from UK. What made you make this kind of a change in your life and start a new chapter?
Well, I met my husband here actually when I was 19 in the Cheeky Pup. So
it's still existing, right?
It still exists. I mean, it was actually an Irish bar before the Cheeky Pup, but everybody knows it's Cheeky Pup because it's awesome. And we met there and we were friends for a couple of years. And I went and did my America thing and we kept in touch. I remember my mum, when she first met him, she said, "You should marry him." And,
oh, wow. Well done, Mum.
Which is crazy. Yeah, she knew. But I just needed a bit more time. And he had to go and live his life as well. So, but anyway, sorry, back to the point. we moved to Portugal because it was a place that him and I both loved. And we had always envisaged ourselves retiring here. We thought it was quite quiet, quite slow. You know, we didn't think there was much going on. Yeah. Then when COVID came, you know, tough time for a lot of people. We were lucky enough to be able to come out here, to spend lockdown here for the summer. And we thought we were going to go back to Manchester, which is where we were living at the time. And he said, should we just be crazy and just stay? And I was like, oh my gosh, but my career and my acting and my this and my that, and what am I going to do in the Algarve? And then when we landed and stayed, I realized how much was going on. How many, driven and interesting and brilliant entrepreneurs there are here. Not just expats, but Portuguese as well. Like you've got such a melting pot of cultures here, and so many brilliant stories. Like is what we're telling all of them. Well, not all of them.
Yes, but some of them at the moment.
And it's a wonderful place to live. It's just so multicultural. And so, I think it's, we're in the sun in this beautiful location.
I'm amazed, to be honest, about the weather. I'm still amazed.
I know. And the Portuguese people are the best. They're so welcoming and lovely and friendly. And my Portuguese, you know, I've had to learn because my kids now speak, obviously, but it's still got a way to go.
I know. If you're not an environmental, when you have to, you will be pulled aside all the time. I will be the same. But it was hard for you to integrate. This first year or two, it was hard, or it was kind of easy, smoothly working for you?
I think what was hard about it's a wonderful social scene with great people and great kids, and it feels very safe here. I think the hardest thing for integration was probably music and work.
Okay.
Because I find that a lot of the tourists expect, you to be playing certain songs in restaurants.
I got you. Yeah.
There's not so much an original music culture here, which I really struggle with. Like in London, you go to any bar and there's an artist up singing their original music and you can discover artists. So when I realized that wasn't here, I felt a bit despondent. I was thinking, how am I going to get shows here? And then we are in the process of cultivating that culture, like trying to make that happen here so that people can go to places and go, that's original music. This is an amazing upcoming artist. This is the place to go to discover artists. And I'm so excited because we've just landed a residency at the restaurant Authentic, which is in Almondvale. Absolutely stunning venue. Beautiful big grand piano, which I'm so excited to play. And with the residency, I'm able to sing original songs and also reworked covers, which is what I like to do. I never like to sing something the same as anybody else and put my own spin on it. So finally, we've got a place where we can bring our artists in and showcase them in a beautiful venue, but also maybe put the Algarve on the map as a place to come to discover artists and new music. And why not?
Why not? Of course, why not?
Yeah.
Everything is possible. And 2025 coming.
Yep.
It's magic here for everybody. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm telling to everybody. Yeah. So it has to be magic and working very well for everybody. But if talk about the XFactor again, XFactor then and now, it's a different from your point of view.
Oh, yeah. Well, XFactor actually in the UK has now finished. But there is still like Britain's Got Talent.
It's a different name, but basically the same idea.
It's basically the same. And obviously you've got the Idol.
Idol as well,
Yashim, who I just spoke about, our young artist, she's been handpicked to go and audition for Idol. So it's
opportunities, even if it didn't through, it's opportunity. It's a lesson.
Absolutely. There's lessons in everything. And
magnificent.
It's very exciting for her. So did you say any advice for people going on it?
Oh yes, give advice if you can, of course.
Make use of the incredible platform and the people that you're going to reach. Have songs out there already. Get on a distribution site. I mean, you're welcome to come to us.
Yeah.
We can put your music out, but you can also do it yourself. There are distribution platforms that you can go to, do the research. You, as an artist, you are a business person. If you are trying to pursue a dream in a creative career and you're a freelancer, you are a business person. So get your numbers in order. How much are you spending? Make sure you have an accountant. Make sure you are also bringing money in. Are you gigging? Are you Patreoning? Are you putting on live shows on Facebook for donations? Like, there are ways to reach your audience.
Well done.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even think about it, but even for donation, why donation? For what?
Absolutely. Well, if people love what you're doing and you need a donation to make an album, to go into the studio, for example, or to get it mixed or mastered, or to work with producers, it costs money. So they can perform. They can perform.
Take the tips.
Yeah, take the tips. Do it. Yeah.
If talk about quickly your future, where can you see yourself in 5 years?
That's an amazing question. Well, my kids will be a lot more grown up. They won't need me as much.
Teenagers,
yeah. Gosh, that's so crazy. I would love to be singing my original music, touring, working with artists, collaborating. We have creative retreats that we put on here at SoundBunker. So I'd very much like to be coming back and hosting those creative retreats. I'd love to be seeing the vision of the Algarve being the place to go to discover artists, to do anything music related. I would love to have seen the Algarve, but in 5 years' time, really be that place.
Not just the sun.
Not just this. Oh, this is just the start. Yeah.
At the moment, not just the sun. It's only sun and only sun when you're looking for the sun. But if you're looking for opportunities, it will be here too. If you came to SoundBunker, they'll help you and support you and advise you and direct you. But if you talk about the projects, do you have any projects coming up soon?
So The Authentic is the restaurant, the residency. Okay. That's really exciting. Our first show is on the 14th of February, Valentine's Day.
Come on, guys.
So
book your tickets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't
and
miss
cool
out.
Thing is, we're going to have little people planted in the audience. So it's called Raquelle and Friends. And so I bring them up.
Fantastic.
So it'll be quite a lovely event. Then we have various festivals going through the summer. We have the creative retreat happening in January, and I'm also collaborating with Jessica Wilde, who's a brilliant singer-songwriter from London. She's bringing something over called Pussy Power, which is all about empowering females.
My goodness.
And working on music and expression through that kind of energy and empowerment. I have a friend called Priya Kalidas who's going to be coming over. She's my girl. She's going to be coming over and running a retreat too. Oh. So yeah, we've got a lot of great projects in the air, a lot of things to empower young artists and young people.
Well done. No, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly. If talk also about your songs, do you have any songs that you recently wrote and maybe already done? Can you demonstrate?
You want me to give them a song?
Your song that maybe you have recently done and it's ready to show to people.
So I've got this song called Soldier that we just released. And Soldier is actually a song that's really close to my heart because it's something that I wrote when I was in LA actually, and I was struggling. And that was a song that was nearly placed on an artist, but for some reason it didn't happen because I think that it was meant to be mine. And so now I've redone it with the Kaleidosonics production team. So we've got James the Artist on rap and Johnny and the Kaleidosonics team on all the music, and then Lofty's mixed it. You know, we've had.
Can you sing?
Sure. I used to be a little bit softer. Now I'm all grown up, I gotta be harder. Put on my armor, I'll be marching with my guard up, head up, cause with every step I get a little better. I need to remind you I'm a soldier. Told ya I can do anything. Watch me now, I'll prove I stay ready to go, ready to blow, ready to roll. Ooh, yeah. I'm on my way. You can't hold me down any longer. I'm taking my heels off the ground. The top's so close, I won't let go, and I'm stronger. I'll keep on going with or without you, with or without you. I made up my mind, with or without you, with or without you. I'll leave you behind.
Bravo. Oh my God, I'm amazed. Thank you very much. I'm so impressed of your music, of your talent,
Thank you.
of the things what you're doing in your life. And also you're a talented person who needs to expose yourself more and more.
Thank you, Tanya. Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
for
me.
being here. Thank you for sharing the stories. We're not finished yet.
Okay.
Okay, little things, little trick. You heard about it, don't you?
I have.
So I'll give you a famous sinner's man.
Okay.
Okay. And you decide you're gonna marry, kill, date, kiss, or kids.
I'm guessing this is hypothetical.
Absolutely. Just imagination.
Andrew,
Sorry,
I love you.
Sorry
This
to
is
your
not true.
husband. Close your ears. Don't listen to us.
Okay.
So Elvis Presley.
Okay. Elvis.
Then next one is Freddie Mercury.
Okay.
Another sexy man is Bob Marley.
Cool.
Another one is Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And last one sexy man is John Lennon.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I've got married, date, kill, kiss, and
Have a kids.
And kids.
So start from the last one, John Lennon. What you gonna do with?
Do you know, he's pretty cool. I like his, obviously his songwriting is incredible. I like his way of life and the way he thinks about life. So I'd have kids with him.
My God, like him straight away and kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be ready.
But I only want
Keep
Andrew
savings.
and my kids.
He's joking. It's only a joke. So another one, Michael Jackson. You're gonna kiss, date, kill, or marry?
I would probably. I love his music so much.
When I talk about music, music is music.
Music is music. I probably would just leave Michael Jackson. We can kill him. So that's.
It's too late. He's already gone.
There you go. Exactly.
Bob Marley.
Marry.
Oh my goodness. Send the ring. We'll accept it. So next one is Freddie Mercury.
Date. He'd be so much fun.
Oh,
For sure. Yeah.
Send the limousine. We're ready. And the last one, Elvis Presley. That's gonna be what?
Give him a smooch. Yeah.
Oh,
cool. Very sweet. He's got an amazing story, actually. If you haven't seen the movie about him, it's really quite something. He was inspired by, like, you know, soul, black music when he was
I didn't see this movie. No.
Yeah, you know, in those days, there was kind of in a different community that they were segregated, right?
Yes,
But
yeah.
him and his mother lived in the black community, and he was raised on black soul gospel music, and that's where he found that sound. I feel like, and then, you know, that's not publicized enough. It's an incredible story. Yeah, good to watch.
Thank you very much, Raquelle. It was actually fun, and I love your choices. Oh my God.
Oh, thanks.
I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, it was great fun. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, to stay with us, to listen our stories. And thank you to Raquelle that she is sharing all story, life story, and she is inspired other one. I'm Tanya Corless, and I love you.